Hello everyone, this is Sam and Rachel back again with The Blind Life.
Hello everybody.
We have another Talk Back with The Blind Life episode. This is November 2022. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a wonderful Halloween, if you were celebrating that, and looking forward to the upcoming holidays.
Yeah.
I know we are. So, okay. As always, this is our video podcast and where we answer comments and questions from previous month's videos. We're also doing a giveaway. And first things first, we will probably announce the winners.
Yeah.
For last month, October's Talkback giveaway. Once again, we do a giveaway every single episode. So if you want to enter in, win something in the future, stay tuned to the end of the video. We'll talk about it. But last month, we were giving away way around tags. So these are little NFC tags that are specifically made for the VIP community. And you can label lots of cool stuff. A lot of people were interested in these. Mm-hmm. So we were giving away 2 bags. So Rachel, who is the lucky winner?
Okay, we've got 2 winners. The first winner is Drew Mullins. He said, "I'd love to win the tags. Your videos are always informative."
Thank you, Drew. Congratulations.
So Drew, reach out, send Sam an email at sam@theblindlife.net.
Net, yes.
And get with your address so he can get these in the mail to you.
Yep.
And our other winner is Ron Strother, or Strother. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that last name.
How's it spelled?
Strother.
Okay.
And it says, "My name is Ron Strother. I am totally blind and would like to win the way around tags. Thank you." And you did.
Awesome. Drew and Ron, congratulations to you both. So yes, please, both of you just reach out through email, sam@theblindlife.net. And that will be linked down in the description also if you forget it. And we'll get together and I'll get these sent out to you right away. Congratulations, guys.
Okay.
All right, so.
We jump in?
Yep, let's answer some comments. Frequently asked questions and comments.
So the first video that we're reading comments from was the Real Sam Pocket video, which was a phone, correct?
Accessible smartphone option, yeah.
Specifically for the visually impaired?
Specifically, or anyone with like any kind of reading impairment or even cognitive impairment. Okay. Anyone that, for whatever reason, can't use a smartphone or doesn't want to use a smartphone, this is an option.
Okay. So Humpy said, "The biggest problem with all these voice-based assistants is that beside English, they usually don't support other languages. Maybe a few very popular ones like French, Spanish, and German." Yeah,
and the Real Sam in particular, it's originally from the UK, and it's been sold there for a couple years, maybe like 2 years, and it's now here in the US, so it's still relatively new. I know the Real Sam people even responded to that comment and said that currently they have English, they're going to be adding Spanish very soon, and then other languages in the future. So it's kind of limited right now.
Okay. And the amazing Ollie said, "Does the Real Sam Pocket have Disney Plus, Netflix, and other streaming services?"
So no, and possibly in the future. That was something else that they answered that comment. And kudos to Real Sam for being very active in the comments and answering a lot of those questions people had. But as it is right now, you cannot install any third-party apps, and they don't have anything like that on the device. It's the functionality is a little bit limited right now, but that's something that they are looking into adding in the future.
Yeah, and it's kind of tricky because you purposely have a simplified phone.
Yeah.
And once you start adding things to it, you get to a point where you've lost the function of having a simplified phone.
Yeah, it becomes the thing you're trying to avoid.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand that it's difficult. You're kind of walking a fine line there.
Yeah.
Of getting people what they want, but also making sure you don't make your phone inaccessible to the people you were trying to make it accessible to.
Right.
Good old Blind Toes said, "Interesting phone, 2 toes up."
Yeah, that's high marks coming from Blind Toes. Thank you very much.
Lucky Chucky said, "I have an Apple phone XR, and you can use your voice to put in contacts, the little microphone at the bottom."
So yes and no. So what Lucky Chucky, which is a fantastic name, is basically talking about is just voice dictation. And so in the video for the Real Sam Pocket, I talk about how you can add contacts with your voice. Excuse me, which is unusual in voice controlled devices. You can't do that in anything else that I know of. What Lucky Chucky says is true and not true. So yes, you can, but it's not like you're not adding the contact. It's going into the text field and using voice dictation to dictate that text entry into that text field. So you still have to go in there and manually put in all the information for that contact in the contact app. That's the way it is on iOS and Android and all these other things. The Real Sam is a legit, just give the command to add a contact and it does it all for you. You don't even have to open up the contacts app on that phone. So that's what I was talking about in the video.
Oh, so you can't use Siri to say
no,
add contact?
no, she'll say something like she can't do that. And if you go into the contacts, you have to open up the contacts app, click on name, and then you can use dictation to put in with your voice.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. The next video was the RGP flood lamps.
RGB. Did I put a P?
No, did I say P?
It sounded like that.
Sorry, RGB.
Red, green, purple.
And Mike Wheeler said, how accessible is the app with screen readers? I found some products like that not fully accessible with adjusting light brightness and color, adjusting not fully accessible with VoiceOver.
Yeah, so it's not 100%. It's pretty good, but there are definitely some areas in the app that are not accessible with a screen reader. A lot of it, though, you can do, and even you can set up these presets, and once the preset is set up, all of that is accessible, like choosing the preset and and setting the scheduling and all of that is accessible. But adjusting, like going into the RGB section and adjusting colors, it's a little round slider thing. That's not really accessible. So it's some of it is, but some of it is not.
Okay.
And they're very true. That's kind of how it is for a lot of those types of applications. In fact, somebody sent me a doorbell, a camera doorbell, pretty cheap, like $60.
You were excited.
I was excited to try it out. And I tested it, and the app is horrible. The app is not accessible. It's kind of buggy. So I wrote them back and I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do a video about this. I'll send it back to you if you want, but it's just not, this isn't going to be a good option for my audience. So there's another case where the app just fell short on accessibility.
Okay. Next is the flying blind video.
Yeah, video I've been working on for a while now and happy to get it out finally.
Okay, Bear Bowl Cruising said, hey, thank you, Sam, so much for doing the video and living your best blind life. I'm trying to do that myself, though I get depressed a lot because of my failing eyesight and that I have no vision in my left eye. And I used to be able to travel solo and go on cruise ships and airplanes for travel, but now I'm hesitant to do that. So thank you very much for doing the video.
Well, you're very welcome. There were a ton of comments, like, almost 100 comments on there, and everybody was super supportive and very, very nice things to say. So there weren't a ton of questions. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to talk about that one specifically, just to kind of encourage you to give it a shot. Obviously, like traveling and all of that, I would always recommend doing it with someone first. Mm-hmm. And then once you kind of learn how it goes and get a feel for it, then you can do it independently.
Yeah, and when you do go with someone first, not just traveling with someone, but traveling with someone with the intention of, let me be independent, but you're here as my safety net.
Yeah.
So that way you can see where your stumbling blocks are without someone immediately jumping in, and then work through solutions to those.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah. Yeah. I just had a little email conversation with someone who just got back from their first independent trip in forever, since their vision got really bad, and they took their cane and they were saying how amazing it was, how all the super helpful everybody in the airports were, and they had to change several planes, and just I think that's generally the result people get is it ends up being a very positive experience. Of course, there's that fear at the beginning, and you're not sure and you're scared of what's going to happen and all of that. But I think ultimately, it usually always ends up pretty good. So give it a shot.
And know that you may end up with a airline worker here and there that just does not know how to handle you, but don't let that ruin your whole experience.
No.
I mean, in general, it's not like they're going to be like mean. They just don't know.
They weren't trained, and that's why I always say you have to be an advocate for yourself. And if there's something you need to let them know, because their chances are they weren't trained fully.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Okay, Amal El Idrisi said, is it possible for macular dystrophy to stop progressing, or is it 100% that you will only see peripheral? Mine hasn't changed in years, and my eyesight even improved a bit. Is that normal?
So it's not abnormal. Everybody's different.
Yeah, I don't know what's normal.
No, there is no normal, really. I mean, there's probably expected progression, but I don't say if it doesn't do that, I don't think that's abnormal. My sister has the exact same eye condition that I do. She's only 2 years older than me, but her vision is much worse. Her current vision is worse than what mine will be in 2 years, if that makes sense. My boss, who has this Stargardts just like I do, she's really blind. And then a coworker of mine who also has Stargardts, who is 4 or 5 years older than me, my vision is worse than hers. So everybody's so different. So I wouldn't say normal or abnormal. It's just what it is.
Well, and I know some people will even say they have bad vision days and good vision days too, and I'm sure a lot of that depends on if you're feeling well and if you're tired and and stuff like that too. So
if it's cloudy outside, I see much better than I do on a bright sunny day.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Blind Master Production says, is it possible even if you're completely blind to fly an airplane? Because I think anything is possible with training and determination. You could go around or through the barrier to accomplish our goal.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? Now, obviously, you're going to want to have somebody up there with you.
Yeah, you're not going to fly solo.
Not yet, but like I was on a podcast last year, and they had this game at the end where they said, okay, name some kind of activity that is no way that a blind person could do, and let's try and figure out how a blind person could do it. And I knew that I was going to be flying. This was before I went flying, so I was like, all right, hang gliding. How, we're like, okay, how can a blind person do that independently? And I'm like thinking about it, there's all kinds of electronics on like gyroscopes and altitude control and cameras that can allow a drone to fly independently and not, and stay at a perfect height from the ground and
not run into a mountain.
Not run into, or trees. I'm like, why couldn't they have that in an airplane? And so that, that autopilot, it practically do fly themselves nowadays anyways.
They don't land and take off by themselves.
No, but I think with all that technology, I wouldn't be surprised if a totally blind person could at some point.
Yeah. Okay. Last comment is from Pam Smith, who's a member.
Thank you, Pam.
Says, awesome, Sam. Thank you for sharing. Attitude is everything. And as the Beatles said, I get by with a little help from my friends. We all need to be that friend.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have done that flying thing without Adam and his crew. So yeah, absolutely.
It was exciting.
It was. If you haven't checked it out, go watch that video. It's awesome. And I've done a couple little shorts also around that video, and there were some comments in there. I didn't really pull any comments, but it was a lot of the same, congratulations and all of that. So awesome. Well, thank you guys. Yeah, not too many comments this time. Let's do a giveaway.
All right.
All right, so this time we are going back to our Microsoft gear. Once again, huge thank you to Matt Filipinko and Microsoft for providing these items for us to give away to you guys.
As I flip that up.
Yeah, there we go. We are giving away another Microsoft adaptive Surface kit, or Surface adaptive kit. These are the little bump dots and tags and things that you can put on any keyboard, any laptop to make it more accessible. I've got them on my keyboard right over here. They're really, really cool. I'm giving away one of those and also one of the Microsoft's mice. This one has buttons. Oh, this way.
There you go.
I need you to just reach your hand in. So this is just a wireless mouse, but it has the thumb buttons that can be programmed. I program mine to the zoom in and zoom out of the Windows magnifier, but you can program whatever you want. So pretty cool. White mouse and the adaptive kit. Yeah. Big thank you to Microsoft.
So how should people...
So if you would like to win this contest, you have to leave a comment in this video, the one you're watching right now, saying that you would like to win it, and then I will randomly choose a winner and announce it in a couple of weeks. And we always like to do a tag.
Yeah.
What tag should we do?
I'd say...
Contest?
Yeah, sure. Contest.
Yeah. Just say that you, so you have to use the word contest in your message, and that's how I'm going to choose.
And you can say more than that. Just need to make sure that you have the word contest somewhere in there. So Sam will sort by that word to pick to get the randomizer to choose someone.
Yep. So.
And make sure if you enter that you come back and watch the next the next talkback video so that you know if you won. Because that's how Sam... you should probably try to put it on your community page also. Your YouTube community page.
Yeah, I should make an announcement too.
Yeah,
I'll do that too. I'll make a post.
But definitely, you gotta look for it. He's not gonna call you personally or anything.
No,
he doesn't have your phone number. He doesn't have a way to reach out to you. So
no, just like Drew and Ron at the beginning of this video, that's how we announce our winners. So you need to watch the next month's, or if I do a follow-up video in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, that is it. No really big announcements or anything. Nothing coming up until probably January or February of next year. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this is Sam.
And Rachel.
And we will see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.